Good afternoon, everybody. Today is Monday, December 7th. It's currently 1:15 p.m. It has been a few days since my last video on Wxchallenge or any video whatsoever. Wrapping up my the first semester of my junior year. Pretty busy. So let's get started. Still forecasted for Green Bay, Wisconsin Wxchallenge. We are on day 5. So yeah, let's get things started. I just want to take a quick look at the 24-hour max and 24-hour min. And the difference has been 4 degrees, which is quite low. So not a lot of change in the weather. And they have been reporting fog for the past 24 hours. Which explains the very, very small diurnal range in temperatures. These relative humidity values have been around 100% for the entire period, with light to moderate southerly flow right now. Temperatures have reached 37 degrees, although there's still fog in the area, so temperature rise likely due to the warm air that's being driven northward. Okay, so let's take a look at the visible satellite, which highlights the low clouds and fog. Okay, so it looks like there's a push of drier air moving eastward, which helping to increase the flow from the south. Take a look at the cloud heights. Can I get a loop? I can't get a loop? Okay. Okay, so it's moving pretty fast. So what's causing all these clouds? Well, there's a wonderful inversion in place. As you can see, surface temperatures 37 degrees. You go up to about 850 millibars. Definitely inversion in place. Let's see if I can get a standing this morning. Better show the inversion in place. There we go. Green Bay. Okay, so we definitely have this pretty distinct gradient inversion, which is pretty deep as of 12Z. And then here's your substance inversion above that. It's not too strong. The gradient inversion's more influence than the substance inversion. Still, it's in place, which will prevent the boundary layer from getting too deep today. Okay, let's take a quick look at the clouds of the forecast and see how well the RPM sees low level clouds. Wrong sector. You can't tell yet I live in the Northeast, so it's kind of by default. Here we go. Okay, so it definitely shows low clouds in the Green Bay area, which looks to slowly erode, as it looks like some frontal system in the area of low pressure. Sheesh. No real well-defined surface feature. Okay, so there's a bit of a shortwave right here, which is showing up on the visible satellite. Yeah, so a bit of a rotation here associated with the upper level shortwave. Okay, back to the satellite projection. So getting towards the end of the day today, well, these higher level clouds seem to move away. Looks like there's the low clouds actually build back in from the south. So Green Bay is probably going to stay under the fog and clouds for the rest of the day. Maybe some shower activity as well. And now we're starting to get, okay, here we are, day 5 period, 6Z. So there's definitely some scattered rain showers, low clouds, fog, miserable weather. And that looks like to persist through most of the night tonight. And here we are tomorrow morning, still under the low clouds. It looks like clouds do break up tomorrow afternoon. So it looks like they do get a bit of sun, according to the RPM, and then clouds build back in with some sort of disturbance here as we get towards Tuesday night. Bringing clouds. It doesn't look like there's much moisture with it, so precipitation probably will be an issue. Although there is some building bit of band of rain moving in, but it looks fairly light. We'll have to see how the other models handle that feature as it kind of develops. Now we're just getting into day 6 period with some rain overhead. Okay. So just based on this, thinking about the low temperature for tonight, I don't expect it to drop below where it got this earlier, which is about 35 degrees. So I expect temperatures to hold steady around here for the rest of the day. Might not even drop off at all tonight, given the low clouds and fog, abundant moisture, and no cold air advection whatsoever tonight. And then as we get towards tomorrow, it looks like the low clouds do break up, get some sun, and then clouds filter back in towards Tuesday night. So let's take a look at the relative mean tonight cross sections. Definitely highlighting the low level moisture today through tonight into tomorrow morning, and then you can see it drop off after 18Z tomorrow. GFS, similar story, in it showing the feature that moves in tomorrow night. Right here. Yeah, so does in there. There's a bit of dry air to work with, against any sort of precipitation. After 6Z, it looks like chances for rain do increase. Take a look at the associated lift. So there's a bit of lift on the NAM, a little bit on the JBS. PWatts, wow, 0.7 for early December. That is pretty high. Okay, so the moisture's there. There's a bit of lift, so I think there'll be some rain to deal with. Definitely for day 6, earlier on the period. Maybe starting as early as the end of day 5 period. The model is noting a little bit of precipitation for the beginning part of day 5, although not sure if that's going to happen at all. Kind of limited to the depth of moisture, so I'm not really worried about too much in the way of precipitation overnight tonight. Compare the NAM. Yeah, NAM and GFS seem to agree. Pretty good spike in the PWatts, most certainly. Okay, so here's the question: how much does it warm when the sun comes out? It looks like there'll be a decent period of sunshine where temperatures can rise pretty quickly. Take a look at the winds real quick. So today, mentioned there's been an increasing southerly flow, helping to warm things up a little bit despite the lack of sun. Looks like the southerly flow will continue through the night tonight and into the day tomorrow, which might help warm things up a little further. Take a quick look at temperatures to their south. which are in the low, around 40. So I don't really expect maybe a degree or two as this 40-degree air is moving northward in these area of 30s down here with the low clouds. If they were tapping the air mass in here today, then I would see temperatures rising quite a few degrees. And it looks like this air mass might be in place for tomorrow. So let's have a look at the temperature profile. So this is very, very funky. I'm sure if you look at my previous videos for Tampa, this is not what the temperature profile looked like at all. You have like multiple inversions of this. It's pretty scary. Because look at the boundary layer, which is this dashed purple line. Tomorrow, even with the sun, it only mixes up to about 925 millibars. So, which is around here. So you are tapping some of the warm air, but not all of it. So the warm air mass is closer to the surface, so they'll be able to tap it with the sun and a little bit of the wind to help mix things further. So I think tomorrow afternoon can warm up pretty good. And then it looks like the GFS. Let's compare the boundary layer taps. Okay, around the same. So yeah, I think we can tap some of this warmer air aloft. Looks like the GFS might be a little warmer than the NAM for highs. We'll take a quick look at the 2-meter temperature forecast. Okay, so the NAM about 44 degrees. The GFS about 45 degrees. So there's a good agreement with that between the NAM and GFS. Could it be warmer? Absolutely. It's a very anomalous pattern. Warmer aloft. If they get enough sun, they can warm up. And it looks like the subsidence inversion, that would be the limiting factor as to how warm they can get, which explains why the boundary layer only mixes to around 925 millibars. Low sun angle and large scale subsidence don't really have the energy to really penetrate that. It's not terribly warm aloft, so it looks like fairly isothermal, and then decreases. So it looks like in the morning hours, I don't really know if this verifies. Looks like winds stay from the south all night tonight with maintaining low clouds, so radiational cooling won't happen at all. It did not really happen last night. So yeah, they peaked around 30. Sheesh. Looks like the temperature's kind of hovering around either side of 35. That was yesterday. So you can see that, yeah, the model tries having them warm to 40. That would only happen with the southerly flow, so that might happen, might not happen. But then the model has them cool off tonight. This is bogus right here. This line right here seems more realistic, although probably doesn't get. I really don't think temperatures fall too much from this value right here. See the GFS. GFS, yeah, cools them up a bit overnight tonight. Again, I don't think that's going to happen too well. Radiational cooling is pretty much non-existent, and they're active southerly flow, which is tapping this slightly warmer air to the south. So I'll come back to the temperature time and cross section. No real inversion, no real radiant inversion. This cool pocket's kind of interesting. Yeah, it might be due to some Wet bulbing effects, maybe. Yeah, since it's so much dry air aloft, and add some moisture to that, you cool you cool it right off. But tomorrow, warm advection kicks in, and then temperatures aloft rise pretty quickly. So they're not gonna really. They're not okay. So this is what they had this morning. They had this pretty strong radiative inversion. Cap things off around 900 millibars or so. So no sun today. So getting rid of this radiative inversion, very difficult. Lack of sun. Tomorrow they will break into some sun during the afternoon. So that'll help things move right along. I'll be curious to see the 0Z sounding, to see how this changes sound. So they're now 37 degrees, probably rise a couple more degrees as they're tapping into some warmer air from the south. And with some of the wet bulbing effects overnight tonight with some precipitation, very minor, but it doesn't take a lot, given the dry air aloft, to weaken this inversion. Let me take a look at forecast sounding, see how those compare. Check the NAM out. Why not? North Central. Okay. So we'll take a look at 12Z in the initialization, which should be exactly what is on the SPC. Okay, I'll enter the site here. Okay, looks somewhat similar, I guess. So yeah, it shows this radiative inversion and then your substance inversion. Okay. I'm pretty sure that was... Yeah. Okay. So let's compare that to tomorrow, 21Z. It's going to take them all day to warm up. And I want to make sure we have the right location. Okay. So yeah, there's no radiative inversion at all. Instead, you have this substance inversion. It's not the strongest inversion ever. Remember, the temperature it's skewed. So this might look like there's this inversion, but really it's just past isothermal. So there's definitely some increase with height, with temperature, but it's not nothing too significant. The dry air aloft certainly isn't as pronounced. So I can say with confidence the substance inversion weakens, which should allow for the boundary layer to get a little deeper tomorrow. Maybe a little deeper than what this is suggesting. So I'm likely going to be arguing these high temperature values for tomorrow, especially the NAM. The NAM busted pretty low last week. The day 4, the GFS had it pretty well. Quick look at the USL and I'll wrap things up. So USL 45 degrees and low 37, which I definitely agree with. We'll see how temperatures behave the rest of today. Shows 0.05. It doesn't really show where that actually occurs. Most likely this period, which is highlighted with mostly cloudy, overcast skies. Overall cloud cover in the model. So it definitely over 80% in this period. Not as much clouds. I don't really agree with this. I think sky cover is going to be 100%. Use this right up through 17, 18Z, and then they have clear skies for about 3 hours or so. So it's showing that clouds do linger. I don't think this is going to be the case. So the USL, for this reason, would be too cold. But I think it has a better idea of the weakening subsidence inversion and how the boundary layer will behave because of that. So yeah, see how the 22C USL trends. I'm hoping it shows less cloud cover, which goes with my initial thinking right now. High temperature, probably a little warmer than what the models have. Low temperature looks pretty spot on. Winds, not too worried about. And maybe a little precip. We'll see. Alright, goodbye.